Hello YouTube, Thomas Judge here, back once again with another instalment of my ongoing weekly series, Valiant Till the Last, in which I look at every single Valiant Deluxe Edition. This is the one we're looking at today, and in so doing I'm going to read the entire Valiant universe for the first time. So, today's Deluxe Edition is this, it's Ninja K. This is the cover. It's important noting, over the last few weeks we've checked out Ninjak, which is the first series in the new Valiant Entertainment universe. That ended in issue 27, and it then got picked up with this series, which is Ninja K. Notice the dot, which on the spine is a hyphen, so Ninja K. This isn't a contrivance in the same sense of Weapon X actually being Weapon 10 in the X-Men, for example. In the very first issue of Ninjak, they did mention there was a Ninja A, a Ninja B, a Ninja C. So the fact that this is Ninja K isn't a massive surprise. So what we have here, cover, white background, white spine. So this is one of the later era Valiant Deluxe editions, as we've seen before with some of the later era Deluxe editions with the white backing and so on. Standard background here. We've got a blurb in the front flap. We've got a creator's rear flap. We've got black end pages, which works quite symmetrically actually, with the fact that we have a purple set of boards under the cover. So previously in the other editions we saw purple end pages and then black boards, and now it's the other way around, again purple being the colour theme for Ninjak. So here we have it, Ninja K, and here Valiant Ninja K. Unlike the previous deluxe edition that I think I showed, there you are, nice clean back. Previous deluxe edition I was saying that some of the spine it just felt slightly weird. This again is back to absolutely normal quality, glossy, well bound, well put together. Nice and sturdy. So let's jump into it. It's Ninja K. It's no book 1, book 2, because the entire series of Ninja K, all 14 issues, is collected here. Let's have a look at what is collected within. We have 3 arcs. We have the Ninja Files, which have the last few pages of Ninjak issue 0 from the last deluxe edition. It then has Ninja K 1 to 5. It then has the Coalition, which is issue 6 to 9. And then it has Fallout, which is issues 10 to 14, and then it has the usual gallery special. So let's jump straight into it. This is the first arc here, with the 5 issues of Ninja K. These pages here, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, were at the end of the last deluxe edition, which is something we've seen a couple of times now, where some deluxe editions will end with a teaser for the next deluxe edition. So we saw that in Exo Manowar, and we're seeing that here as well. And then it goes straight into issue 1. Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet. Issue 1, the Ninja Files, rather, the first arc, is about the other ninjas in the ninja program. So Ninja A, Ninja B, Ninja C. We'll meet Ninja G and various other people as well, all the way throughout. It's well drawn. It's well written. It's really interesting. It adds a lot of depth to Ninjak's backstory, and kind of his history and his personality, and a bit more understanding to the sort of character that he is. I found it a really enjoyable read. It also touched on his relationship with people in the modern day, specifically his romantic relationship with Livewire. Something worth mentioning is that several of these issues do what we've seen before with the first season of Ninjak, which is that they have like an A-side story, which is this story here, and then it ends and it goes to be continued, and then it has a B-side story which is much shorter. So again, they had that kind of anthology structure to the issue. So this one, Endings and Beginnings, part 1, is got page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's an 8-page short story there, which is continued on with the next part in issue 3. So again, we have this kind of A story, B story, dual story, anthology structure. It works well. It takes a little bit of getting used to, and you have to wrap your heads around it and concentrate, but yeah, it's decent. Anyway, so like I say, this first arc, here we are, and the Beginnings part 2, again, this is the B-side. Yeah, this first arc, Ninja Files, is good fun, is well drawn, is well written, is really interesting, highly recommended. I enjoyed that quite a lot. Right, yeah, this is issue 5. I don't really want to give any spoilers, but it's got a satisfying ending, and overall nicely recommended. What we then have is the Coalition, which is a 4-issue arc here. The Coalition, again, well in keeping with what's gone on so far. I think it's worth pointing out that Ninja K I appreciate it's written by someone else. It's written by Christos Gage instead of by Matt Kint. And obviously there's new numbering and it starts again with issue 1 and so on. But this could well have just been a continuation of the previous series. It seems to move along seamlessly in terms of writing, thematically, and everything else. There's a little bit of development here. We've got Dr. Mirage is in this as well. This is the first time she's been involved, although obviously in the previous series of Ninjak we did see Punk Mambo and Shadow Man and stuff like that. So it's not a huge surprise. Oh, there's Punk Mambo again. It's not a huge surprise to see Dr. Mirage in this. And then we also see a few of the wider Unity characters. So we've seen Livewire, we see Jin GR, and yeah. Again, Coalition, good, action, interesting. And it also goes some way to provide some context as to where Gilad, as this guy here, the Eternal Warrior, was during the events of Rapture, which is a mini-series I read between the two Ninjak Deluxe editions, but to be honest, could be set any time after the first Deluxe edition to the beginning of this Deluxe edition, so that's fine. So that's the end of that arc. We then have the final arc, which is Fallout. I'm not going to give any spoilers in this, only to say that it does have a massive impact on the status quo of the story. And by the end of it, Ninjak and Ninjak's relationship with the government, Ninjak's relationship with the world, and with Livewire and with his friends has changed quite substantially. Again, it's completely in keeping with what we've seen so far. The artwork's slightly different, but the storyline is a complete, seamless continuation of the Ninja K stories so far, which in and of themselves are a complete and seamless continuation of the Ninjak story which we were reading before. Yeah, I forgot the artwork. It does get a little bit scratchy here. It's a little bit like Malieve style artwork, but I've got no issue with that. That's fine. And then here's issue 14, which is the final issue. Yeah, like I say, no spoilers, but it's really important. It does change the status quo and leaves us in this position here. So then we go into the gallery. Usual sort of gallery stuff, some DVD style features, some scripts and stuff, which is nice because we didn't see that in the last volume. And yeah, very nice, very well put together, decent artwork. Oh, by the way, there's also a cameo from this character, who we actually saw in Divinity Volume 3, way back ages and ages and ages ago. How exactly she's in the normal universe instead of that alternate parallel universe, I don't quite know. I don't feel you need to know to read this, but I do wonder if they're going to explain it later at some point. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Who knows? Cool. All right. And that is the end of the Ninja K Deluxe Edition. To be honest, that actually takes us to the end of the Deluxe Editions for the Ninjak thread of the Valiant universe. Now, that does mean that I'm going to do some more videos on this, but it also means that those videos are not going to be Deluxe Edition overviews like this. I'll be reading single issues and trades, and I don't bother with the whole Skycam setup for those because, you know, who cares? So that does leave us with a couple of uncollected series, which we still need to read just to kind of follow the Ninjak thread through to where we are now, which is 2022. So, as a result, the next series that I'm going to read is a series, well, I'm not actually sure of the name. It's either called Killers or it's called KI6. I've seen different things on different covers, so I'm a little bit confused. But it's a limited edition miniseries, came out in 2019. I believe it came out just after this finished. So as far as I'm aware, I think from my cursory research that is next. I might be wrong, but either way, that's what we're going to read next week, and that's what we'll be talking about in next week's video.
Alright, thanks for watching everybody. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. As always, please follow me on Twitter at I am Thomas Judge, where I will post a daily review of whatever comics I've been reading. You can get an idea of what I'm up to on the channel. And as always, please support the channel by heading over to Amazon.com and checking out my prose novel about superheroes. It's a completely original piece of work. The first episode in it is called Arrivals, and the series as a whole is called No Gods or Kings. You can find an excerpt of that on my website, nogodsorkings.com. Until next time, everybody, stay classy.